Hey everybody, Cowboy here. We have a quick Friday Bitcoin chart review, and this is going to look forward maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a month, and it has a couple of different things that could happen, so enjoy. After the clip, you'll be able to see who we are, what we do, a little bit more information about us, or just go to the website at the bottom of the screen, www.algofactory.tech, or zap that QR code. In the meantime, enjoy the clip. Now, as people remember, this move up that we've seen this week, it started with fake ETF news, BlackRock ETF. BlackRock's gonna have an ETF, and then the price shot up, and it really shot up hard, and it took out a bunch of liquidity. Now, 30 minutes before all that happened, I was here on this show, and I think it was Monday, if I'm not mistaken, and I was just telling everybody, hey, just so you understand, there's a lot of liquidity in the low 30s, and we mapped that out. We saw liquidity. Well, look where price went. It peaked up to low 30s, grabbed that liquidity, right? This spike up, grabbed the liquidity I was talking about. And then people wanted to get short and went ahead and punished the shorters. Bitcoin is known for punishing shorters, right? So just to get a quick look at what the liquidity is at this time, we'll do that. We'll take a look at that. We'll spin the spinning wheel, see if we can make some credit money here, some free credits on the Kingfisher. Couple credits, I like it. I'll take it. Let's look at it. Okay, so now at this time there's liquidity in the 32.4 and 31.6 area, right? So 32.4 and 31.6. So you're looking at right here. And there's liquidity around that. It's not strictly where that line is, but that's where liquidity is right now. So now, did the charts support a move up that direction? First of all, let's map out whatever liquidity is below, because it's a lot closer and it's a lot bigger. A lot more people are long right now. So you got 28.6 and 28.1 and everything in between. So 28.6, 28.1. So here's 28.6, 28.1, 50 really, and then everything in between these two. There's actually plenty of liquidity right there, and that makes sense because you have all this price action that happened prior to that. So the liquidity is going to be built up. People will be long. Their stop losses will be here. So the question is, well, there's more to it. There's actually, if you look at it laddering down, there's a bunch of liquidity. All the way down, 25, 26, 23. So just understand that right now liquidity is favoring a move to the downside, but that doesn't mean that the charts are favoring a move to the downside. We right now are seeing on the 3-hour an SMI dip, and it could very well be that price dives down to grab this 28, whatever it is, 28.1 and 28.6, 28.150 really. That's very possible in this near term. It's just that move down to that 28.1, 28.6 liquidity. We could easily see that. But crypto still has a very strong bias to the upside, at the moment. So either, I think, let me see here. Let's take a look at, so there's not a ton of liquidity up until 31.6. So what might happen is so I got a trackball and my thumb went dry. Yeah, you know what, Brian? That's kind of how it is. Yeah, 20-minute naps, 30-minute naps. Right now, it's just the time of life I'm in. I got a kid and I run 2 businesses. So, you get sleep when you can. Yeah, sure, I'm taking years off my life, but screw it, man. You live one life. You got to do it. Yeah, coffee and my fuel injection. Speaking of coffee, let me just take a drag here. And I take a month off of coffee twice a year. So during that time, the workflow might decrease a bit, but you got to give the adrenals a rest. I don't care what anybody says. So the market, what we might see at this time is, I don't know if it's going to be fast or slow. Bitcoin's tricky. It likes to go either fast or slow. It'll move. It does one of two things, right? Moves up to an area, consolidates for a while, and then bam, breaks down to it like that, right? Or it just breaks down. it just goes like to grab its liquidity and move down. As of the moment, it is looking like it wants to peak down, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. If I'm going to look at it strictly from a price action aspect, of course, you have this little bit of structure right here, and price may, and it already has touched it. So you might find that price kind of hangs out and consolidates in this area and gets tighter and then moves its way down. That would not surprise me one bit, but charts do favor move up still. And there is liquidity up high. And right now, I think just given the time of year and everything, I think we're expecting a move south. There's a lot of liquidity below this as we mapped out on Kingfisher, like all the way down. We'll look at it real quick, all the way down to the low 20s, all the way down to 19. There's a lot of liquidity sitting at 19.5, but all the way down, bunch of liquidity. I mean, this is like, dude, crushing this down. There's a lot of money to be made right there. And the crash tends to happen in November. October tends to be bullish. And then on the last of the 4-year cycle prior to the halving, so pre-halving year, November tends to be brutal, tends to be a bottom of some kind. So I would not be surprised to see price dive down into the high teens. Definitely, or not definitely, but extremely likely the low 20s and quite possibly the high teens. And I think we just haven't seen it happen. And I think there might be some dives up for liquidity until then, and the charts are going to give us a clue, right? So that's just how it looks. That's what can happen. A lot of things can happen. What I just said might not happen. Liquidity can change. People can put on positions, and now that whole liquidity map that we just drew is totally invalidated. No longer looks like that. So that's how the charts are valuable. Charts in the algos are going to tell us kind of which direction things are favored. So that's a way to look at it. So we are live every weekday, 8:30 a.m. EST, giving out free content. Come check us out on YouTube. Come talk to us. Go over to the website. That's www.algofactory.tech. Again, www.algofactory.tech. And for a limited time promotional offer, we are giving out memberships at $49.99 a month. There's a ton that we're offering over there. Come see what that's about. Also, you can see our Twitter link. All the links are up on YouTube. Come talk to us on social media. See us on the live YouTube videos. We hope to see you soon.